good morning, and thank you for joining us today on The Insight. Remember, The Insight is a program where we x-ray the heartbeat of politics, issues, headlines shaping our nation. And in this program, we'll bring you expert analysts, policymakers, men, women who have seen it all, who have experienced it and are willing to share about it. And of course, remember on this program, your voice matters. Today on Insight, we'll have a special guest, Honorable Nick Ozonsi, former chairman of Udi local government area, an analyst and a chieftain of PDP in Enugu State. Honorable sir, you're welcome to the Insight.
Thank you. You're welcome too.
Thank you. So, Honorable, let's get right into it.
Okay.
There's little time left. What's your assessment of Governor Peter Mbah's administration in Enugu State, especially regarding development?
Okay, no doubt the administration of Peter Mbah, I think, has, created a pathway for assessing other administrations in Enugu State and even outside the state. The governor of Enugu State started very well by putting in place some infrastructural development, by ensuring that the projects abandoned by his predecessors are being taken up, by also trying to bring new innovations into the structural development and other things in Enugu State. Take, for instance, the governor took up the construction of Enugu State International Hospital, different of its kind in the east of the Niger. He took up the continuity, let me not say reconstruction, the continuity of the International Conference Center in Enugu State. He took up the building of a smart school in the entire states and all the local governments, all the wards, let me not say local government. I don't want to begin to talk about the transport hub, which you can see that the governor Mbah is really trying to alleviate the traffic and, of course, the transportation problem of people in Enugu State. Time will not permit me also to continue mentioning the other things like the modern Holy Ghost Motor Park. And there's some other, infrastructural development in different states, for instance, in different local government. For instance, you can see the rehabilitation of roads in Enugu State, the rebuilding of Soka modern markets and rest of others. There are many of them, and he's promised that after 180 days in Enugu State, that water will start running in every kitchen in Enugu State. Even if he has not achieved 100%, I think the government has achieved 50 to 60% of their promise. So, no doubt, the governor has actually tried to create an impression that truly government could be for the people and for the people.
All right, Honorable. Yeah. You said he has achieved 60 to 70% of all that he promised.
I'm talking in terms of water matriculations in Enugu State.
All right, all right. Now, while you were talking, you mentioned the smart school,
yes,
the bus terminal,
yes,
bus transport system.
Yes.
For want of time, I would want to go direct to this.
Please go
ahead. A lot of people have accused the governor and his administration that most of his projects are elitist and not people-based.
Now, the most important thing is the aim and purpose of some of these projects. It does not matter whether it's elite-based or foreign-based. Any governor has the right to bring in any contractor or any person that I feel is capable of doing his project. But more importantly also, it benefits the citizenry. or people of the state, if the projects are state contract oriented, if he has domiciled the contracts, the contractors from Enugu State, I think that would be more, and so that would have created more employment for people of Enugu State. But be it as it may, he's the governor, and he has the prerogative to choose whoever he wants that may deliver or that can deliver for him, not minding whether it is his direct brother from the state or outside the state. Not minding the recent issue where perhaps a contractor was given the smart schools in Enugu State to handle. And at the end of the day, stories started coming up that the contractor has run away with the money meant for that was budgeted for the smart school.
Sojimoto?
And yes, Sojimoto, yes. And eventually, he's not from Enugu State. I think he's either a Yoruba boy or I don't know where he came from.
Honorable,
yes.
Do you have issue with the contractor not being from Enugu?
That's what I said earlier before now. I said that I don't have a problem from where the contractor comes from, provided he can deliver. Are you getting me?
But in this case?
But if I'm allowed to choose, I will choose contractors because we have qualified engineers in Enugu State. I would have choose contractors from Enugu State. That will create more job opportunities for those who cannot get mere employment. Are you getting me? Right. So, but governor has chosen those he feel that they are comfortable. And you can now see the outcome where somebody has dwindled the government billions of naira and is now being declared wanted by the EFCC and even the state government. So I think the process is not, though the government meant well to ensure that these projects are being handled, but their system, their method of awarding this contract, to whom it was awarded, to how it was awarded, it has been on the air and all over Nigeria. People have been mouthed, tongues have been wagging concerning the process of those, how these contracts were being awarded. Okay. Even though the governor had a good intention, but then the good is not good enough.
All right, Honorable.
Yeah.
I'm rushing because of time, okay. But before I will take you to other issues, bearing in mind what you say, speaking to the aim of the governor, analysts, intellectuals, indigenes of Enugu have argued that, for instance, the bus rapid transport system, the governor has embarked on and is working effectively, was equally embarked on by previous administration and collapsed. Don't you think that this is not the right way to go?
Now, like I said before now, the governor is first governor in Enugu State to take up the project, the abandoned project of his predecessors. Are you getting me? So, and it's working. The issue is not making starting off big projects in the state or, gigantic projects. The problem is the problem of continuity, the problem of sustainability. Like if the governor goes out, will the oncoming government sustain these things he is doing? Like the smart school. Another government could come and say, no, let's go back to the older system. Just like when we used to have Oriental Line, we used to have Enugu, which is then Anambra Enugu transport system. From there, we enter into Coal City. We have gone into different stages of transportation system in the state. Yeah. And today, they are all moribund. And of course, out of existence. Why? Because of sustainability. The government did not create room for sustaining some of this transportation system. It becomes in such a way that when the government goes, the program collapses. So I am praying that, like this one that the governor of Enugu State has started, hundreds of buses lined up in Okpara Square, and people were looking at them until they were brought into Holy Ghost Motor Park. There should be a program to ensure that these projects are sustained, and not after the tenure of the governor the project collapses. So that should be a very, very important thing, even if it will be enacted by the Enugu State House of Assembly. They should have means of sustaining every project. If not that the Peter Mbah took up the issue of state presidential, that place will remain a den for thieves. If not that he took up that of an international conference center to accomplish it, it will remain a burial ground. And there are so many other things that government left, but some other government came up to resuscitate them. So I think it's very important when any project is to be embarked upon in the state, there should be an assurance that these projects, should have, a sustainable law or order, so that when the governor is not there, somebody can continue. I have people saying, smart school, smart school. By the time the governor goes, the smart school collapses. It's not a good thing. So the governor has a good intention to ensure that the Enugu State people have a new phase of, educational background. And it will be a good thing for another government to come to sustain. It does not mean whether you are a fan or a close friend of Peter Mbah. But once it's a good thing in the state, we should all join hands together to sustain it.
All right. Honorable,
yeah.
You're still in the PDP.
Yes, of course. I am.
You're the coordinator of deputy coordinator of concerned PDP stakeholders in Enugu State.
Yes.
What is this about?
Yes, the concerned citizens of PDP in Enugu State are the original PDP members, the die-hard PDP members, the PDP member who said that if anybody leaves PDP to go to any party, will still remain in PDP, including the governor that was rumored that he'll be going into APC or into any. It's just a rumor. I keep telling people that as long as the governor remains the governor of Enugu State, he is the leader of PDP. But if he's leaving PDP today to another party, there are, the aborigines, there are the fundamental members of PDP who said on PDP we stand. I know there was a time when there was almost nothing like PDP. It was only people like Nyesom Wike, them, count them, there are some of them who insisted on PDP will remain. And that is why you're still hearing about PDP today.
All right.
So we are the people who said on PDP, even if it is the last, we are to be 2 or 3 standing on the line. If they leave PDP to any party they like, oh, good and fine. We are the people that will hold the tenets of PDP in Enugu State.
All right, that speaks to the fact that there's a concern, there's an issue.
Yes.
Are you scared or you're afraid that Governor Peter Mbah is most likely to join his colleagues and defend APC?
No. Peter Mbah is a citizen of Nigeria, and he has the constitutional right to join any party he likes. Some people have joined one parties more. Atiku has joined, I think, more than 4 times, run in and run out. So the governor of Enugu State, it is his constitutional right to move to any party of his choice where he feels there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
But Honorable
so, but I'm coming. I am not afraid. That is why we are the people who said we want to maintain the tenets of PDP. We want to ensure that even if the fire remains the last charcoal, we keep fanning that charcoal until it blossoms. That we are not moving anywhere. We are not going outside anywhere apart from PDP, even if it's the last person that stands.
Honorable Nick will be the last man standing. Is that to say that should tomorrow the governor moves, Honorable Nick will still remain in PDP?
Jesus Christ. I'm saying it, I've said it in NTA, I've said it in DSTV, I've said it in the radio and everywhere. Governor has his executives, he has the local government chairman, he has supporters and whatever. Yes, who may wish to move with him to any political party. It does not stop our one-on-one relationship. But I said and I maintain before the world that on PDP we stand. We can stay in PDP to make corrections. Those things that anybody may be running away from, they are not incorrectable. We can correct those things and then ensure that things are being put in place. I've said it on the air. If the governor reports that anybody is putting finger in his eyes that is trying to push him out of PDP, I will march more than 1,000 men from Enugu State to go and meet that person who said that governor should leave, so that we can appeal to the governor not to go anywhere. But if the governor insists that maybe party A or party B or C is where he finds succor or where he can actualize his dream. I wish him well, but on PDP, I stand with my group.
All right, Honorable, this is strange, given that I've interviewed a lot of men, I've interacted with many, who said that Governor Peter Mbah is the party. Wherever he goes, they go. But now you said you will be the last man standing in PDP.
Yes.
But is it not worrisome that your party is in crisis?
There's no party that has never been in crisis. Call the party, call it APC, call it PDP, call the Labour Party. There's no party in Nigeria that has never been into one or two crises. And at the end of the day, they resolve and get back to their house and they amend their house. So PDP will still bounce back. Just like the Labour Party, they've been in a lot of litigation in the Labour Party. Just like in APC, there have been problems who to be the national chairman at the end of the day. So there's no party without an iota of a problem. And at the end of the day, they resolve and their party continues.
You see your party resolving these issues when a member of NEC of your party at the national has come publicly to say that he will stop at nothing to see that the opposition or the leading APC presidential candidate, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, emerges in 2027. This man sits in your neck and has given your party conditions which may not be tenable before your assumed convention of November 15 and 16th in Ibadan.
You are talking about Nyesom Wike.
Sure.
The former governor of Rivers State, who is now the minister
Yes.
of the FCT. Let me tell you something. Everybody is entitled to his opinion. Nyesom Wike stands to show PDP that you cannot eat your cake with left hand and you collect it with your right hand.
You support him?
I am coming. I'm not supporting. I'm making assertions. When Nyesom Wike were sponsoring the different governors from different states in the elections, they were clapping hands for him. When Nyesom Wike was supporting and ensuring that some people become members of National Executive Council, National Working Committee, BOT members, putting in his money, they were clapping hands. And now, in all, Nyesom Wike holds all of them on the neck. Who are they now to begin to try him? When election of Rivers State, that they say it was won by the Labour Party, but at the end of the day, they declared the APC, that Nyesom Wike has hand in it. Who among these PDP people that are making noise that came up to probe Nyesom Wike or to try him that he did anti-party? Nobody. They were silent because of this information I gave you now, that he supported all of them. So how can you have a lizard in your house and you allow it to grow to crocodile? And when it became a crocodile, you begin to shout foul? No. Nyesom Wike is standing on justice. He is standing on the Constitution. How can somebody who was, let me take for instance, in the South East here, the Southeastern leader of PDP, Ali Odefa, he was suspended by his word, and the thing continued to linger until the thing went to court, and they warned him, and the Supreme Court gave verdict about him. That is no more the Southeast PDP chairman, the zonal chairman. And he's still showing himself. And Wike is saying, on that court process, he stands. Supreme Court, I'm not talking about High Court. How can we cover it? You come to issue of Samuel Anyanwu, who was the PDP National Secretary. Sam Anyanwu went to contest for an election as governorship election. And when he failed, he came back to take his position as the secretary of PDP. They started crying for him, saying no. Forgetting that the PDP constitution says the person that wants to contest to any of these high positions may resign. Mark the word. So the Sam Anyanwu group capitalized on that word, may. And then when he finished, he came back to contest his position. And one of our brothers called Sunday Okoye, struggled with him. The governor supported him and the rest of the people in the Southeast. But at the end of the day, Sam Anyanwu also, with that word, may, won at the Supreme Court. So tell me why Wike will not insist that whatever is the verdict of Supreme Court should stand. And people see him as a tiger in the forest. And so, when you're talking about Nyesom Wike, there are areas that make Nyesom Wike bad, and there are areas that make even me bad. There are areas that makes you good or bad. So Nyesom Wike stood on this and said, if it's not according to the Constitution, he might decide to go to court.
Now, Honorable,
Go ahead and ask me.
the concerned PDP
Yes.
in Enugu, where do they stand in all this?
The concerned PDP in Enugu, they are not into legal battle with anybody. Our own is that we want to hold our PDP like a newborn baby, a baby without father and mother. We are not looking for anybody's sponsor. We are not looking for anybody to clap hand. We only said, let PDP be PDP. We cannot close PDP because there are other interests that want to move to other parties. We remain in PDP, and on PDP we stand.
All right. Some have argued that your party zoning its 2027 presidential slot to the south is a ploy to declare support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay. There's something we normally say in this world, when we matter. When we matter means that there's nothing you do to human beings or people of this world to satisfy them. In the previous election, they said the North don't want to, the South to bring a presidential candidate. Even Nwike was angry with Atiku Abubakar because Atiku Abubakar wanted it to be from the North again. That was why Atiku Abubakar emerged under PDP. Until when people saw what Nwike and the G5 governors were, requesting that they should allow the South to produce the presidents in PDP. That's why they made a U-turn this time to say we are zoning it to the South. Remember, they were crying about the previous North Abubakar. Now, if they had allowed the thing to remain in the North again, it would have been the same hue and cry. That they have allowed the North again to produce presidential candidates. Now that they have allowed the South to go and bring presidential candidates in this, people are saying it's a ploy to enable Ahmed Tinubu to win the election. So, what do we do to make people happy or to satisfy people? What we should be talking about is having a credible candidate from the Southeast. A credible candidate from the Southeast or even from the South that can stand and challenge the presidential candidate of a APC. That's what we should be clamoring for. I'm not saying they want to bring it to the South for Tinubu to take it back to the North. It even be better for them. So we are all along we've been saying that we have not been given opportunity in the South, especially in the Southeast, to produce a presidential candidate. Now the opportunity has come. We will continue to cry wolves as against when it was in the North, during the time Atiku Abubakar takes it on. So I think we should give our people a chance. We should look for a credible candidate from inside PDP to come and contest this election.
Speaking to credible candidates,
yes.
Do you support the call for former President Goodluck Jonathan to come back as your presidential candidate?
You are too far. So you never heard that I have intention of contesting presidential election.
I've not heard you declare.
Okay, you should hear it today.
Are you declaring for the position?
When the time comes, I am coming. So when you're talking about Jonathan is very far.
But is the call from your party members?
I am coming. People are making their intentions known. I am telling you my own. Even you, if they give you the position the backing to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you have all it takes to be the president of Nigeria.
I'm not a politician.
Must you be a politician? Must you be a politician? Was Shaneko a politician?
Okay. Having said that, Honorable,
yeah.
What's your position and what will be the position of PDP in Southeast? Owing to the call from former Minister of Information, Professor Jerry Gana, having heard from former Governor of Jigawa State, Sule Lamido, that former Governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, should return to PDP. Are you favorably disposed to him coming back and possibly?
Now you have asked me an intelligent question. I think I am happy with this your question. If Peter Obi comes into PDP, Peter Obi will make a giant footprint. Peter Obi will make what we call a lion scratch on the skin of an animal. Peter Obi has created impact all through Nigeria. Peter Obi has come to prove that without money, people could be voted in or trusted. That's why they used to call him the president who doesn't give shishi. If Peter Obi comes, it is not an issue of Labour Party. Peter Obi, if he comes, is coming with the strength and legaria of the obedient movement. And mind the obedient movement are people from different political parties, people who are not even partisan, artisans everywhere. They are this movement. So these people are still standing on the ground. So whichever party Peter Obi goes, I am envisaging that the remnants of this movement will go with him, coupled with the people in that party. So I think Peter Obi will have a better advantage than myself, who doesn't have that kind of movement. I only have my mouth and then my friends all over Nigeria.
And you have your followers as well.
That's what I'm saying, that my followers may be just very minute compared to Peter Obi's followers. Okay. So I think it will be an advantage. That of good luck, Jonathan. If I'm in a position, I will beg Jonathan to, to sustain the tempo of his honor in Nigeria and the entire world. I will plead with him to remain an elderly statesman, which he is, remain a man of integrity, which he is, remain a man who could be seen as a political solution in situations like what happened during his time. I think with this, people should allow people, anybody from, I'm not just hinging on Peter Obi, but anybody who is credible from the Southeast to contest this election.
All right. Having said that, let's go back again. Let's take a step backwards.
Okay.
Your NEC member, financier of your party, has said he's coming back will kill PDP. Yes or no?
I am coming. That is his opinion. Are you getting me? It is his opinion. And let us, one thing he has not made open for we to understand is why would he kill PDP? And I want to say, why is people scared of P2B? I am not a member of the Labour Party. I am not a fan of any of these people. There are other people. What of the former governor of Enugu State? Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, is he not capable of leading? You are forcing me to talk. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, the former governor, is capable of being the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Honorable, this is insight.
Are you getting
this
me?
Is insight. You can talk.
No, we are talking.
This is the insight.
So,
we'll talk.
It's not just about P2B. Even the APC minister from the current administration, Uche Nnaji is capable of being the president. It doesn't matter whose horse is God. Are you getting me?
I'm with you.
Yes, some of these ex-governors, even Sullivan Chime. But let us start from the known to the unknown.
All right.
Are you getting me? So it doesn't matter what people think about people, but the credibility of a man's integrity lies on what the person has been able to do in the past, his antecedents. Are you getting me?
All right.
So if the Southeast will be honest with themselves, people like the former governor of Enugu State can be president. Uche Nnaji, the minister of Labour, could be the president. And there are a lot of credible people in from Enugu State or from the South, or from the Southeast. Mention many of them. So forget about anybody talking about Peter Obi. Peter Obi has his background far beyond some of the people I mentioned. But somebody that don't have background today could have a background tomorrow. Peter Obi Peter Obi was a governor of Anambra State. His supporters didn't just jump from the sky. It is gradually. So if I see people that could stand behind me or behind some of the people I mentioned, they could do exploit. Right. Honestly speaking, when you hear them speaking, when you hear them talking.
All right. Before I come to a very important issue.
Please go ahead.
Since we are talking about parties, the coalition called the ADC.
Okay.
Do you think they will be able to dislodge the PDP and make inroad in 2027?
Dislodge the PDP or dislodge every other party?
Let's start with the PDP because these are mainly your former members.
Okay, let me tell you what's happening about ADC. There was an intention they had about ADC when ADC first started, that it's going to be an all-inclusive state party. But at the end of the day, from your own analysis, you can see that the thing is gradually shifting northwards. Go and look at it. The thing is gradually shifting northwards because of Atiku Abubakar. The thing is gradually shifting northwards because of El-Rufai. The thing is gradually shifting northwards because of the former Senate president, who is their current chairman, David Mark. Then you go into the APC bloc. The APC bloc is gradually shifting down west and spreading a little to the east. It's a good analysis I'm giving you. So if the ADC has started with the tempo with which everybody saw it, it would have been like the obedient movement.
All right.
But when the center cannot hold, Chinua Achebe said things will start falling apart.
Okay. Having said that, we are talking the southeast now. There's a worrisome issue that has been in the football in the southeast over time immemorial. INEC is doing voter registration exercise.
Okay.
The numbers from the southeast is not encouraging.
Okay.
Enugu State in particular.
Okay.
It has to take the likes of El-Rufai to go to Imo State and preach to them there to participate in the voter registration exercise.
Okay.
Honorable Nick, is it not worrisome that with this attitude that we cannot make inroad in national politics?
Well, somebody said once beaten, twice shy. The apathy in voters registration is not unconnected with the treatments the Southeasterners have been receiving after every election. You see a local government that will vote, or a state perhaps that will vote and have up to maybe 20 or 30 million voters. And at the end of the day, they will say that that state, the party that holds sway in that state, did not win. Take issue of P2B, for instance. Take issue of what happened in River State, for instance. People will vote, be with their voting strength, carry their records to show they win. At the end of the day, different thing is declared. And it makes some people to begin to feel that, are we falling back? Are we moving backward or forward in electioneering in Enugu State? So it's good to advertise for voters' education or registration of voters. But it's more important to have what we call electoral reform in Nigeria. Electoral reform where the president will not have an absolute power over INEC. Electoral reform where the president can no longer appoint the INEC chairman. Electoral reform where people's vote counts. From their ward, election will be declared. At their local government, election will be declared. At the state, election will be, and at the end of the day, the whole thing will be collated. Not a place whereby you hear that Beaver works here. Beaver did not work here. Manual collation was done there, and the electronic collation. No, there should be harmony. There should be harmony in all these things so that Nigerians will have confidence in the electoral system. There should be amended electoral laws to ensure that this thing I'm saying are done. It's not what government can just get up and say, we have done this. No, it has to go back to the National Assembly, where they have to review the Constitution and, of course, the strength of INEC, the strength of the president towards INEC, and some of these things that needed to be done to be harmonized to ensure that people are not disenfranchised at the end of every election. That is what is causing this empathy in registration of voters.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Honorable, speaking to reforms, before I let you go, for once of time, let me read something to you.
Okay.
Local government chairmen who overestimate their autonomy may face election crisis. With this, it's credited to you, Honorable.
Okay.
It seems we are speaking to reform. It seems you're not in support of autonomy for local governments.
We didn't discuss about autonomy. Remember, we are talking about electoral reforms and what have you. But if you want to talk
we're talking about reforms.
If you want to talk about local government autonomy, I will educate you small.
Yes. Now, you've spoken to reforms, the electoral, the voter, why the party.
Okay.
So I'm taking you now on reforms. It's on the front
concerning the
local government.
Okay. 1999 Constitution created 3 tiers of government, and of which the local government is the 3rd tier. That's the federal, the state, and the local government. But since then, the local government has been in the pocket of the state governors. And people have been clamoring or agitating. Why should they call it a third tier of government when it doesn't have a government of its own? And that was why the thing went to National Assembly. After National Assembly, it went to the Supreme Court, granting autonomy to the local government. And I stood in NTA in some television to tell people that there's difference between administrative autonomy and the financial autonomy in local government. Listen to me very well. If you give a local government financial autonomy, let your allocation be coming direct from the federal government. You have not given the local government administrative autonomy, where the state will not have hand in the administration of the local government, by appointing local government chairman, by arranging the elections, and what have you. So until, I repeat to Nigerians, until local government gains both financial and administrative autonomy, the authority of government will be as good as being moribund. Because if you do anything as a local government chairman, the governor will remove you. Even some of them that are receiving the allocation directly from the federal allocations, they don't tamper it without liaison with the governors. If you do that, the next election, you may not see yourself on the table. So you must be open, allow the government to be dialoguing with you in terms of whatever comes to the local government. But if you say you want to do it alone, that any money coming to the local government because they are giving local government autonomy, you want to hold it, you earn to nothing. I was a local government chairman. I started from being a deputy before I became the chairman of the council. So I am speaking from experience. If you said, we have financial autonomy, our allocation is coming from the federal. If you tamper with that money without the directive of the state, you are finished. But the state will not come openly to attack it. But they will tell you, so amount that came in, so go to so deduction is to be made. It's only yes that will be coming out of your mouth.
All right.
And if you go beyond that, don't think about the next election.
All right.
Even if you stay to the end of the tenure where you are.
All right. Honorable, we're out of time. But before I let you go, your final word on the performance of PDP in Enugu State. Should the election be called tomorrow, do you think the PDP would win, even if this governor moves to the APC?
There are two things to this. People say that in time of crisis, you do not keep cooking pepper soup in your house. When there is crisis, even if it's Ndigbo or herbs, you eat and let the war continue. But if you go down to start making merry when you have problem, there is a problem. The exit of Mbah, if he does, I repeat, it will shake PDP in Enugu State. Especially the foundation he has laid in terms of infrastructure development. But when one door is closed, another is open. If Mbah lives by the right-hand side, you will see people that will come in through the right-hand side.
All right.
So PDP in Enugu State will survive, though they will struggle and suffer, but it will not, their level of failure will not be as expected by opponents. On PDP we stand, and we cannot leave PDP because anybody is intending to leave PDP. We will hold the tenets and constitution of PDP to the end, even if it's only one man standing on the line. On PDP, Nichols stands.
All right. You've heard that. On PDP, he stands. On PDP, they stand. This is where we'll draw the curtain today on the Insight. Remember, on the Insight, your opinion, your voice matters. Let us know what you think about this issue, about this topic, on our Naked TV, on our Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, and YouTube. You've heard from the man himself. We've been speaking to Honorable Nick Ozonsi, former chairman of Udi local government, a political analyst, and currently the deputy coordinator concerned PDP stakeholders in Enugu State. Honorable, it's been wonderful speaking to you.
Chief Uche, thank you very much.
We pray and we hope to see more of you.
Thank you.
There are a lot of issues to cover, and we are openly inviting you to interact
From
with
time to time, just call me. I'll be available to visit your studio.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, and your lovable staffs.
Thank you, sir.